asked for a story time. She was like, give us the real tea. I'm like, damn, what they want to see, what they want to see. But I know exactly the thing. I'm like, I got a story that I could definitely tell. Y'all, I really hope it is bright enough for you. But hey, loves, it's Trinity Lene. That's with 3 Y's. Because lit things come in threes. You already know that. That's my thing. But I'm back with another video. This video was requested. Not requested, but a story time was requested. I was supposed to look up the girl's name, but you know who you are. Now, if you're new to my channel, go ahead and like, comment, or subscribe. Not or subscribe, and subscribe. Actually, make sure you do subscribe. Like and comment, all this optional. I would love if you do it though, so my shit could look lit. But yes, love, welcome to the channel. As you can see by the title of the video, this is just a story time. My first story time, actually. I think I am gonna be doing some story times on this channel, so you can look forward to that. I'm very chill today. The look is very chill. Fresh off work, fresh out the shower. Then with the wig, got it wet a little bit. So yeah, that's what's going on. So yeah, shout out to the subscriber that requested the video. I'm having some red wine in my St. Louis Cardinal glass. Of course, hardly home, but always repping. Also got the Mizzou hat on. It wasn't intentional, but when I looked in the mirror, I was like, I'm gonna mention it on the camera. But yeah, this is story time. I'm finna jump right into the story. I'm gonna take a sip because this story actually makes me a little bit nervous, only because I'm at a different place in life and I'm cool with a lot of the people that the incident happened with, and I hope they don't feel away. Y'all, don't feel away. This happened years ago. I'm just bringing the story up. Also, shout out to my boo. I'm gonna keep her mysterious because I don't want to say nobody's name during the video, but I think I was gonna call her KD. Shout out to KD, because a little bit of the details was foggy for me. And I'm like, I don't want to get the lion. Let me call my bitch and see what really, you know, like, happened. And y'all, when she filled me in on the details, I was looking so drove. I was like, I was just ashamed. I was ashamed, and I was like, I cannot believe I did that. But she remembered it right off the bat. And of course she would, because she was right there through everything. But okay. Now, let me jump into the video real quick. Oh, I love me some wine. Sure do. I do have a couple little pointers. It's not much at all. But like my mama said, don't go off the dome. Try to have things organized because, y'all, it's a story. So, I'm not proud of my actions. I do not regret. Do I regret it? Because a lot of consequences happen. Okay, I'm going to just jump right into it. Enough of the disclaimers. I'm not really proud of my actions. I'm not promoting any type of violence. This is just a story time. And, you know, like what I went through. So, y'all. Basically, it was like... And I'm gonna look at my notes, not right now because I remember this part real fresh, but the stuff my girl told me, I was like, wrote all of it down. But anyway, this was junior year of high school. Now, this is not my first altercation at the school. If you don't know, I went to a private Catholic school. You had to pay tuition to go there. It was like middle class, whatever. But we wore a uniform. We had masks, everything. I'm not Catholic. I wasn't then, but my mama still, you know, made me go to that school. So I went to a private Catholic school. And this was like junior year. And like I said, this is not my first altercation that I didn't sit there and had at the school. I think my first fight was sophomore year there. Not my first fight in general, but my first fight there was sophomore year. So, hold on. Okay, so I was dating this girl. What I say I'm gonna call her because I'm gonna keep everybody mysterious. I don't wanna have nobody named. Everybody who involved know who I'm talking about, but I'm gonna have a disguised name. So I'm gonna call her Lily. So me and her were dating, and we had a group of friends. You know, some of them was her friends, some of them was my friends. But for real, most of them really fucked with me. Like, a lot of the people involved in this story, we was cool at one point in time, and we definitely fucked with each other. So we were dating. We had our friends. You know, I brought something to the table. So did she. So boom, we broke up. And in high school, I did used to do my own hair sometimes. I used to do like quick weaves, you know, the invisible part, and sometimes the part with some of the leave out. But this time, I had got like experimental and did like a Chinese bang. Now, it looked fucked up. Okay, it did. It was black. It was long. It was like, I want to say like 26 inches or whatever. I remember it was hella long. And I had fucked up on my bangs a little bit and kind of made them like a slant. I don't know what I was thinking. I never did Chinese bangs before and sat there and did that. Either way, so we broke up, and around the time I had that hairstyle, and when we broke up, everybody chose a side. Some people sided with me and some people sided with her. But at lunchtime, we always sat right next to each other. Not directly, but the tables were right next to each other. So I promise you, I kid you not, for like 2 weeks, they was talking about my hair. And I heard them. And I already remember just really being on my P's and Q's, like trying not to say nothing, trying not to do nothing, because I was a problem kid in high school. I talked back to the teachers a couple times. I had Saturday detention more than a few times. And also I had fights and altercations, all of that. So I really was trying not to say anything. And I really think, I don't really know what was going in my mind at the time as to why I didn't pop off immediately, because it was not fair. It was not fair. But I was really trying to be reserved. Y'all, I kid you not, for 2 weeks. Hellas of them. I'm going to call off their little pet names so they can know who they are. The girl I was dating, that's Lily. Then there was the girl who I actually had the big fight with. We're going to call her DW. She wasn't even really a part of the clique, but she was hanging with them at the time. I don't know how, because when we was all united, she sat at our table sometimes. Not even a lot. And then there was M. I'm going to call this person M, and it's a he. Really the only male involved in this fiasco. But I'm cool with him now. I love him. That's my brother. This person, I'm going to call him Samaj. I'm going to just call him Samaj. No, that's too direct. Maj. I'm going to call him Maj. Either way, so we broke up. Some people sided with her, some people sided with me. They was talking about me for 2 weeks about my hairstyle. And I'm getting heated and heated. You know, yes, I am ignoring it, but at the same time, I'm getting hella mad. I'm like, okay, who y'all talking about? Y'all talk about me. Oh, okay, y'all got the audacity. Calm down. Go ahead and calm down. I'm telling myself, like, calm down. But this specific day, I'm telling you that just to let you know how much was building up. Like, I did not say nothing to them. Even the people who was siding with me, we heard the shit that they were saying about my bangs. I remember they said something about like a river, something about a sea. Heating my ass up for them bangs. But, yeah, everybody heard it. So this specific day, I remember somebody had threw some ice at me. That somebody was M. Now, M and Lily, my ex-girlfriend, had started dating, which I didn't really care too much because I wasn't really attracted to him, but to each his own. I didn't feel no intimidation or anything, but they started dating. Now, at the time, when me and Lily was talking, he was our homeboy. He was cool. So they probably was messing around behind my back the whole time. But he threw some ice at me. It was at the very end of lunch. And I remember I stood up and started going off. This is what KD reminded me of, and I remember it too. I stood up, started going off. So our dean at the time, Miss Morton, she dismissed lunch. And I'm one of those people where when I get so mad and when I'm finna fight, I start crying. Not because I'm scared, not because I'm weak, but I'm so upset because first of all, I knew I was finna get in trouble for fighting. But second of all, I knew I had to do it. I was so upset, so mad, y'all. I'm telling you. Oh, my God. So the people who were sitting at the table with me was my homegirl. Me and her was like this at the time. That was my bitch, like KD. Then I had my other homegirl, Di. Then I had the other girl, Alexis. I can say her name because she don't even get on social media. My best friend. She my best friend since the 4th grade. Alexis was there. You know, she riding with me. And I think that was it. Like, I think it was straight only 4 of us. And it was like 6 or 7 of them. But that's cool, though. You already know the real don't need too much. But anyway. So, he threw some ice at me. I don't know how I knew it was him, but I knew it was him. And so I started crying. I'm screaming to KD or Alexis, one of the two, because we didn't want to be late for class, but they stayed down there with me because I was like doing this, going off like, y'all, I swear to God, I'm finna go hard. Like, I swear to God, I'm finna like go crazy. Like, I can't handle this no more. They've been talking about me like I'm finna go crazy. So, boom. I guess I was drinking a Pepsi at the time. I'll never forget. I was seeing red at that point. Like, you done talked about me for weeks. Now you think you gonna punk me and throw some ice at me? No, you're not. So, I remember cafeteria is downstairs. It was only 2 levels to the whole building. The cafeteria was downstairs. I go upstairs. That's where majority of our classes are. I seen him first. He was at his lockers. All I remember was, because you know he'll do it at the end of the day. I ain't just want to immediately boom, 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 you know. But I remember taking that Pepsi bottle, throwing it at him, running up to him. I don't even know what I did. Then I seen this second person. This person always agitated me. She even agitates me to this day. It ain't no beef or nothing, but she definitely still agitates me. I'm going to call her Bean. Ran up on her, must have shoved her into the locker. Damn near pinning her up against the thing. Then I went towards Lily. I rammed her into the locker. I think I pushed her, swung on her or something. But it all ended with DW. The one who don't even matter that much. But I think, I don't know why it ended with her. I was in a rage. All I know is I went for everybody that was at the table mainly. M, Bean, who I call the other person? Lily, definitely her. Really, I should have just been focused on her. My ex-girlfriend, Lily, I should have just been focused on her and brutally just attacked her only. But no, I remember everything everybody said, so I had anger towards everybody who was sitting at that table. Also, just want to let y'all know how a loyal friend is. My bitch KD, who was all up in the mix, who was my main girl. She was the main person who was keeping me, you know, in the loop of all the gossip and what people were saying while I wasn't at school no more, you know. And it was just so many rumors, y'all. It was rumors that, you know, I completely beat the girl completely up, you know. I was just demolishing her. I was at some point, but like I said, she didn't beat my ass, but I don't feel like I won that fight. It was rumors that one of the girls, I'm going to call her My. I love her to this day because she's a Cancer and whatever. But she was at the table too. She's a very small girl. And word around the block was she got out of Dodge. When she seen me going for everybody else, apparently she hid in the locker. Which is rightfully true because she was so small, she could fit in that locker. And I also don't remember her around at the time when she was right. Her best friend was DW. her best friend was DW. So I'm sure she did get out of Dodge. And I'm really glad that she did, because I probably would have wrecked that girl. Oh, she's so, I'm sorry, mama. You know who you are. I love you to this day, but she's so small. I probably would have really did some damage to that girl. We probably wouldn't have been cool to this day. I went for 1, 2, 3, 4 people. And like I said, it ended with DW. Now, to my knowledge, I don't really think I won the fight. Now, I'm a realist. She was bigger than me, and that don't matter. But she was bigger than me at the time, and I really feel like she won the fight. But when I talked to KD last night, she really refreshed my memory. Like, at one point of the fight, I was getting nothing but the headshots. And then, you know, I didn't really care. I don't really think I was thinking rationally, because we was right by the dean's office. Like, I remember DW. I'm going to tell you how the attack went. I seen M first. Everybody was at their locker, period. But Lily walked up, because I think I threw the bottle at Maurice. I threw the bottle at M, and she called herself wanted to defend him. So I think that's when me and her went at it. Then Ben was at her locker. I went towards her. DW was at her locker. Then I went towards her. Nobody fought me. Nobody fought me but DW. And I think that's really why I got expelled. But anyway, so I wasn't thinking rationally. We right here by the dean's office, and right at we was right by the teacher, Miss Lewis, the little science teacher. We was by her classroom, because I remember I had DW hemmed up in a corner, baby. I do remember that. Had her hand up in a corner. But some sort of way, some sort of fashion, I remember her having the upper hand, because at one point I was like, oh, okay, this is not going in my favor. The fight didn't last too long, but I remember at one point I was like, this is not going in my favor. That's why I thought she won the fight. But like KD said, the school was basically saying that old girl was getting them headshots, which I do remember. I remember giving them to her. But at the end of the fight, my weave was shifted to the side. Like, the bangs and everything was like straight shifted to the side. And I remember that was the big talk around the school. Like, did you see T hair? Like, oh my God, blah, 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 blah. So fast forwarding, after the fight, of course, I go to the dean's office. I'm sitting there. We waiting on the back and forth. We waiting on the verdict. They suspended me off back. So my mama came and got me. I basically told her what happened. Mama, if you don't know all these details, I don't want to hear no havoc. I can't get in trouble. This was years ago, Ma. Of course I would lie, because I didn't want to get no whooping. I didn't want to get in trouble. You know, so if you don't know some of these details, of course I had to lie, Ma. Love you. I'm sorry. But yeah, so I think it was for like a week and a half. They was going back and forth whether they was going to let me come back to the school or not. And they ended up expelling me in the middle of junior year, right around homecoming time. So then, boom. What happened after that? Oh, the school I went to, you know, I met some good people there. I loved them. But it was really a culture shock for me. I went from a private Catholic school to a straight up, I don't know whether to call it ghetto. I don't know whether to call it rough, wild. All I know is I walked through metal detectors in the morning. There was so many pregnant girls. Nothing against teenage pregnancy, but there was an elevator specifically for handicapped. I mean, not handicapped. You would think it's for handicapped, but for pregnant girls. There was security on every floor. Like, it was a culture shock for me, so much so that when I went to that school, I was a little bit teased a lot for being a white girl. But shout out to everybody who did fuck with me at that school. Imagine Prep. I did meet some good people. And you know, I was on the dean's list at that school. The curriculum was different. Not that I wasn't at the old school, but I was on the dean's list at that school. I always dressed cute and different in my uniform. I was real preppy to them. And so I did get a lot of, you know, little friends from that, you know. But I was really hurt that I was expelled. Cardinal Ritter was where my heart was at. I was there for all of my high school years, you know, all my friends. I was really hurt. I couldn't believe I was expelled. And I think DW only got suspended or whatever. But the reason why I got expelled, because my mama said when they pulled her in the office to show her the video cameras, she said I looked like a wild woman, like mad. She said it looked like I just went towards everybody. Like I was going in a line and I looked a mess. A wild woman, like she said. So that's really why they suspended me. But yeah, so this pretty much, you know, how I got expelled my junior year in school. There is a part 2 to this story of how I almost didn't walk the stage. When they finally let me come back to the school, I almost didn't walk the stage because I had got into another altercation. I just couldn't get my shit together. But yeah, that's how I got expelled. Let me look at these notes though so I can catch y'all up on some points.
Girl, I want to be your side. You should be here with me. Me and you go do alright.